this person comes all the way from Indian country. He said, "Oh, I'm going to be nervous." But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have what we call a sacrificial poet. She's going to be our first poet for tonight. Her name is Brianna G. Reed. The author of several short fiction and non-fiction essays that have previously appeared in Leonardo Fine Arts Magazine, TCJ Student, raised in a military family in Hope Mills, North Carolina. She now studies at the Institute of American Art, lives here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. She is a 4-time winner of TCJ Student's Creative Writing Contest and has a creative column and podcast at tcjstudent.org called Moxon Millennium. Make sure you check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for Brianna Reed.
Spoonful of Navajo. It is 7 a.m., a Tuesday morning in October. Smeared clouds swelling with a burden of snow. The American sunrise pours wisps of dawn into my coffee cup, through the kitchen blinds, and into my steepled hands. The two-white light is just that, blinding. My face swollen with cloud rain, being spoken to in what feels like a burst, warms to Joy's words, circling my coffee like a ball, a promise, a hidden apothecary of words turned medicine. Her snowlight murmuring, "You will not always be lost." Which is to really say, the snow is shit cold, and it is far too early to be this soul-deep weeping into a coffee turned stale. Instead, I pull out my phone, burrow through my emails, search for my spoonful of Navajo to set me right again. At the sound of owls crooning, my mother appears, medical ID in hand, dripping coffee remnants into her thermos before asking, "One more time? I didn't catch that. I think I've heard this one before." She chuckles, her eyes cast downward. Suddenly I can feel all she does not say but has said to me before. I can understand the struggle to speak it. You know how boarding schools are, even for people my age. She pulls out her own phone, asks me to subscribe her to my daily spoonful of Navajo so she can drink from its cup every morning too. We sit perched over the square of light, virgin mouths struggling to swallow old vowels forced foreign, throats snapping awkwardly over the branches, yet singing our way home all the same. Suddenly, it is far too early to be ashamed of treating my language like a timid handshake between strangers. Suddenly, I understand the not always part of being lost, of joy's reassurances to be found, to be understood, to be seen. Her final reassurance drumming into me, "You are right here." Although we have been flung far from our tongues, forced to sing our way back on daily rations of language, we swallow spoonfuls of Navajo, steeped in the light of each American sunrise. On the counter, the coffee machine steams tiny clouds, mechanical whirring clicks off, whistles chime to guide it from our hands to our cups, to our mouths. "So what's the word today, Anne?" she asks. It drifts into both of us like winter's first snow melt. Pueden sentar. Stay right here.
Altaha, San Carlos Apache College. Jameson Ames Bass, Rob Parker, College of Muskogee Nation. Ava Carpenter of Leech Lake Travel College. Danielle Plumage of Aani Nakota College. Levy of DeMay College. All righty, folks, we ready to get started? Okay, first up, we're going to start with Billy Altaha, San Carlos Apache College. Come on up, Billy. Also known as Billy Jack, right? Take my home and he's got that side of your face. Let's give Billy one more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We're making the second round.
Go, Billy!
It's been hoping. And this piece is called Love Misunderstood. There she was, a hollow shell of a strong, Apache woman that she was to be. Peering through the dark, sweaty strands of her once beautiful, long, jet black, beautiful hair that the Arizona wind wants to rest like an affectionate Apache mother that doesn't exist. She once stood facing to the east as a teenager dancing her childhood away with her godparents standing behind her. Now, she stands alone facing a mirror, peering past the pools of sadness that blur her vision, a heartbreaking image of who she had become. A far cry from the strength that her godmother once massaged into her bones and caressed into her young spirit on a Saturday morning in June. Tonight, the crimson stream trickles from her lips that once she conversed with God with. Her mouth trembled, shook like an Arizona thunder coming over the horizon, but now quivered with fear. That lump of flesh used to race when he would come around her, but now it raced for a different purpose. What was left of her heart gave her life, whether she wanted it or not. If this was what he called love, he prayed before he died, saved me, and she dreamt every night. She hoped for the day that somebody would hate her, hate every beautiful indigenous part of her. Someone to kiss her scars and whisper pretty, ravenous words to her in the dark. A far cry from the love that he now screams at the door.
Come on now, you can give one more loud round of applause. All right, we're going to bring it up here to the front center. Jameson Ames back.
Beautiful black pink.
My cousin.
I'm still just gonna take it off here. So my next poem is called Balance. I really like Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I ain't gonna lie, that's where I got a lot of this inspiration from. Water, fire, earth, and air. Harmony starts with you, my echo. Hear the reverberation of my voice as it calls out to you. Make history remember. Change begins anew. Kaleidoscope of views. Hear my voice echo to you wherever it may ripple. As persistent as the river flow, as tidal waves scream at the land to bay, I scream to you, my echo, that balance is the way. Be giving in life like water has shown. Fill the spaces between life's hardest times and intertwine yourself with the land like veins delivering the warmth of our heart. Remember that the moon is our teacher, the original keeper of water's movements, the original keeper of our blood. You must be decisive as a raging wildfire, letting nothing get in your way of opportunity to ignite with passionate incineration that hurts only those who cannot bear its heat. Gather your energy and erupt with a passionate choice. May your tongue scorch the universe with remarks abundant. May time take the thoughts you scattered with the breeze, and may it show you new love and new ways to decide, each better than the last. Stand strong and firm, never backing down. Be like a mountain and grow under the pressure of the universe's weight. Lift up the world and never bring it down. Be as firm in your values as jade is green. Glisten like the sun, break free from the seam and gleam. I scream to you, my echo, manifest a truth to never backing down. Selfless duty asks us to be selfish to ourselves, but to serve and be in the surrender of what it means to dance and laugh is to give ourselves to another, to be the heir of freedom. I call out to you, my echo, that to be truly free is to sacrifice our own needs for the needs of another. True balance is to see the light of a different sun and to abandon ideas of dismay. For that is never the way, young echo. To be balanced, we must acknowledge that our flames are not always tender. True balance is when we have freedom from our substance and substance from our freedom. Embrace harmony, my young echo, and hold on to this memory, but let it go just as easily down the river.
Never really had to look up to a mic. Let's give Jameson one more round of applause. All right, coming up next, representing the College of Muskogee Nation, Rob Parker. Where are you at, Rob? All right, give him a round of applause. You know, I'm writing my own poem as we get through this.
My name is Robert Parker from the College of the Muskogee Nation. My poem, My Missing Sisters. I walk a path of falling leaves and dead arms of trees. I search for my sister. Her spirit calls. I bear the red hands of my heart in love. The men of law have forsaken her memory and turned to blissful ignorance. The law of this land is no help in lifting this burden of suffering. You walk in a path of dark to pave way for the light. You search for your mothers, daughters, and sisters. I feel the pain of your loss. I see the tears that water the ground as you walk. With red hands painted and seen, the spirits of those loved and lost are with you. Their memory is to be celebrated. Their leaving is inexcusable. You are not alone on your journey. I will walk with you. I guide you towards a day after this dark night. No one person can handle this pain, so lean to me. I will share the pain and heal the broken hearts. I will help light the way forward, my ferocity and passion, the light. Look to others, and others will look to you. We are one and seen equal and fairly. I am not blind to the epidemic. I will not remain silent any longer. Please help. Not only are our people in danger, but so too is our culture. The crime is made worse with closed eyes and mouths. Please rise up, scream and shout, march and fight against the guilty and unjust. Do not believe the lies and excuses of the weak men of law. We are a people, a tribe, a nation. We are connected. I to you and you to me. Stand and show those in the dark what dangers we face, what pain we endure to be called American as a dog is called good or bad. We come from warriors and healers. Our ancestors cry and weep for the ones lost. Wake up the non-believers and shout loud into deaf ears of law and justice. If we stand together against this epidemic, we will overcome the pain of loss. We will overcome the injustice of lawlessness. We will overcome and be stronger, prouder, and grateful for that day. Madam.
Alrighty, boy, some powerful words there. You guys ready for the next one? Alright, let's give a round of applause for Ava Carpenter of Leech Lake Tribal College. Come on up, Ava.
It's pronounced Paula. Just gotta bust your chops a little bit, just for fun. It's okay. I by Ida. This is called Dream Reality. Dream reality. My grandmother came to me in dream. No comas, no mamana. From beyond the horizon she flew. Dark wings, pale face, closer. Darting head from east to west, her voice on high whistled for me. My arms outstretched, she lifted me up with her mouth. The hairs in my body arose, each one an ancestor, sharing the present experience together. We traveled towards our futurity, landing atop the nest. The sweet sense of moss, lichens, ogawa soothed me. I surrendered as she gobbled me up. Being digested resembled the tight squeezes, the kind I longed for as a child. Nimana. Throbbing into her heart, I danced. I danced there in her heart, the heart, the heart, the heart, the heart, and a great red flood washed me away. I flowed down many rivers, retreating to her belly, where I felt much like a soaked piece of fried bread. There was a conversation in the gut. It was worried and hurried and then wanted out. I swam and I squirmed into her ovary. Petroglyphs and periotellus marked the walls. Those who came before me, my mother, auntie, great-grandmother, and even those yet to be born, daughter, granddaughter, radiated their reflections and sang their songs to me in rounds. A feeling of readiness came. I bared down. Taking a grounding, deep breath, I found my way through the birth canal. Large warm hands pulled me from the womb. I wiped the salt from my eyes, newly born and leaving long behind. Nokomis thrust me into the clouds, my arms, now wings. I did not wish to fly alone. My head darted from east to west. The pink sunrise caught my eye as the weight of gravity tugged at me, descending. Nokomis, Ndumuye, I'm here, Nokomis. I can't see you, I screeched. Please help me. A wind rushed under me, hurling me through the sky, pulling me to earth. I awoke in my bed. No more wings. With a dry tongue, I whispered aloud, no comments. The morning sun cast shadows on my wall, the tree outside my window making patterns that looked like a silhouette. There you are, breathing aloud. There you are. Prevention.
You guys can do better than that. Come on now, one more time. Round of applause. Alrighty, coming up next, we got Danielle Plumage of Laami Nakota College. Let's give them a round of applause. You guys doing all right out there? There's still 1,000 there.
I like to write poetry, and one of my friends asked me why I never wrote about myself, so I wrote this, and it's called Sunflower. I don't usually fit and gravitate towards the misfits. I know blue skies and Sundays, they're okay, but I prefer the Monday, 'cause I love my weekdays. Forgot the lyrics. 1 second. I prefer my weekdays. Love that rainy weather, doing good and living better. 'Cause I made peace with my depression and thank those therapy sessions I learned this life is a blessing. It's full of love. My life made like tailored custom. Only for me gloves, cause I'm right where I should be. That's just enough. Looking like the only pigeon in this. Got a taste for doves, cause I'm all just a smidgen. Stick out like sore thumb, I know I don't fit in. Wasn't built to stay, cause my people move with seasons. Guess it's in my DNA. So I'll keep crossing bridges without really knowing how. Got a ways to go, but for now I'm rolling like a sunflower. Just as easy as the breeze. I'm not afraid of any rain showers, cause I came up from the weeds. Yeah, I'm just trying to find my own power and set my mind at ease. So I'll keep going like a sunflower, just as easy as the breeze.
I tell you what, whether it's words or singing, both, it takes a lot to do so. Alrighty, coming up next, Marie McAllister of Tohono O'odham Community College. Then there's some Tim Hortons in the back over there. Make sure you get yourself a cup. You know who Tim is? I did not hear.
Okay, so this poem is called Beaver Kids. 506 South Beaver Street, Flagstaff, Arizona. A modest building made of volcanic multi-stone. A small town's dirty little secret, the one place we weren't the minority. Built on the wrong side of the tracks where we belonged. 1935, ground broke and they marched the dozens of little brown bodies to their new lives of segregation. Emerson to South Beaver. A single set of train tracks drew the border. My abuela was there. She walked, first generation. 1952, our sister school Dunbar closed. The result of Brown versus Board. The black school's children took their turn following in our footsteps. Our family grew and learned acceptance and compassion from each other when we couldn't receive it in the world. You don't need me to tell you that race was still an issue then. My father, the second generation. I, the third and final generation, was there after everything shifted. The train horns calling me to my place of learning, to where I got many opportunities that were denied my father and grandmother. Our autographs made it to the moon, and it was every teacher's mission to help us see that we could soar above the cosmos ourselves. We became river rats and adventurers, rafting down the Colorado and the Glen Canyon Dam, and camping in the wilderness of the San Francisco Peaks at Camp Colton. Tissac, Jeffers, Newell, Salazar, Cromer, Garcia. These are but a few of the educators who showed us that we, our parents, our grandparents, had destinies deeper than our skin color, that we belonged on any and all sides of the tracks that bordered us. Powwows y bailes folclóricos in the gymnasium at least twice a year. We celebrated what they tried to sweep under the rug, ourselves. We became the Beaver Kids. Built for the wrong reasons, but still here for all the right ones. Mr. Garcia said it best, our principal. But alas, we came full circle, and our home closed its doors for good in 2010. Our past stomping grounds live on in our souls. Let's go.
All right, hey, we're almost there. You guys hanging in there? All righty, we're going to go right back up to the north. James 1001, brother, you come right up here. All the way from Blackfeet Community College. How you guys say it? Blackfeet country? Okie dokie smoky. You guys all having fun there further in the back? Yeah? It's funny, the closer we get here, everybody's to the front. Everybody else went to the casino.
Oh, I don't know about y'all, but I'm on high blood pressure. So you guys can be making my heart beat this hard. Just kidding. But I didn't think I'd make it this far. I didn't even think I'd make it past the first round, so I'm really thankful to everybody. So I would like to tell a joke poem that I made today. So the title is called Joke Poem. I'm sad that my dog's gone. Spilled spot remover on him, and he went on. Jealous of farmers for being outstanding in their fields. Lord knows sadness is all I can yield. Mermaids wash their fins with tide, but I just roll around plumb stink. I can do a wheelie in my ride, because this wheelie's supposed to have 4 wheels, I think. Sign language is the most handy skill you'll ever have. I mean, unless you're a hand model. But I want to be a role model. I want to be on council, and I want to be chief. I don't want to smoke marijuana, only smoke the keef. I want to be a leader, not just drink leaders. I want to do stand-up, not struggle to stand up. I want to be someone to look to, not someone to look at. I want someone that the aunties run to rather than run from. I want to find a love that's strong, but all I found is a love that's tough. I want to be a slam at poetry, not be slammed for my poetry.
I want to be a full-blooded half-breed. Let's give Mr. Watts a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, and we're down to our last one here. Day Hamawayazi of Dene College. Are you still in the house? Come on down. All right. Once again, folks, please bear with us as we go through these lists and the tallies right after this. So let's give Miss Yazi another round of applause. She's right there. She's about 3 seconds away from the stage.
I'm not small. Hello everyone, my name is Danielle Yazi. It's good to see all of you again. I am Red House People Clan, born for Water Edge People Clan. My maternal grandparents are the Towering House People Clan, and my paternal grandparents are, my maternal grandparents are the Leaf People Clan, and my paternal grandparents are the Towering House People Clan. I just feel more comfortable talking when I introduce myself as a family. This poem is called You Gave Me Life. Did you only love the idea of loving me? The idea of being the man you never were, maybe hadn't had? I wouldn't know. I was too young to understand a life without your love. Perhaps you loved me less. As time made you realize this was your life, I wondered, how did you live a life so long, laying awake at night? Me crawling in beside you, telling you my bad dreams and kissing me goodnight, believing that your love was effortless, soft, and always forever. How did you live with yourself after knowing you created 3 little girls? Knowing that I am yours and that every bit of you I am. Your nose, your smile, your stature, and sometimes even your desire. Yet, I am one thing you are not.
One thing you couldn't love me unconditionally for was I had her eyes. The woman you once called your own, the woman you once were proud to share, the woman who over time and money became your mother more so than your wife. I was the one. You saw in my sweet baby girl eyes a woman, not even your girl, just a daughter. The daughter is like you, except deep down into my precious eyes, down into my heart, past my soul, even deeper I was her, and more her, a beautiful becoming her. I was not you. I was not him, a him you wanted, a him to make you proud. Oh, I hope to be nothing like you, except for one gratitude, my life, with all three of them, the woman you once loved. Oh, how I hope you were the woman you once loved. Yeah, thank you.
What was that there? Let's give all of our 8 poets a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, once again, we're coming up on, that was round 2, so we're coming up on round 3 with our top 4. Once again, our judges are going to be tallying all the points, and it'll be about 5 minutes or so don't go anywhere. We're going to break it down to our champion round. You guys ready to hear your top 4? I said, are you ready to hear your top 4? Okay, when I announce all 4 of you, I want you to come up on your left, on my right side. There's 4 chairs here. That way we don't have you going back and forth to sit in these seats here. Starting off with, all the way from Blackfeet Community College, Jameson Amesback. Representing Leech Lake Tribal College, Ava Carpenter. All the way from Amani Nakota College, Danielle Plumage. And our last one representing Diné College, Dehanoa Yazi. Again, we need all 4 of you to come up here in front. And we'll just go ahead and start in that order. Judges, are you ready?
I got a thumb.
A piece of fried red sauce. And the winner of, I did a drawing for all 3 of my chains, and nobody won. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started with Jameson Amesback, Blackfeet Community College. Come on up.
Thank you. This is my last poem called Get My Name Right. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually a love poem that I wrote for a retreat. It's called My Glacier Lily. I close my eyes and I think of the fresh mountain breeze. It's so cold and crisp. It brings my gentle soul ease. Please, oh tender glacier lily, find the truth of my medicine. Remind me to be beautiful, let grace be my lesson. Oh, bringer of the wealth of spring, who howls the iridescent hue of growth, remind me of my offenses, let the wind dance between our guesses. Let your petals protect me, let your energy unfold. Bring me to the mountain where our love is foretold. Join me in the dance of the aurora at night. Oh, my glacier lily, I'll protect you with might. Leaves will fall, the moon will play the symphony, perpetually in tandem, a sudden epiphany.
Once again, I apologize for getting your name wrong, Dave. It's your last name, correct?
No, I'm just messing with you.
Oh, okay. I got your type wrong, I'm sorry. Next, let's give a round of applause for Ava Carpenter from Leeds Lake Catholic College.
All right. This is called Ashes. Ashes we all fall down. Under the bridge, faithful waters carried away my sins on a turtle's back. It belonged not to me, but to my mother before me. And if I believe that, it is me swimming in the ash of water. The water under the bridge, where saturated screams come up for air. It's not your time. And I sit in the silence that you left me, tearing at the flesh you made me, and pouring salt on the wound under the bridge.
Now these guys really want to go because everybody's getting shorter and shorter. All right, next we got Danielle Povitz, Ani Nakota College. Give her a round of applause. I believe the mic is at the right height here.
Trying to say don't move it.
Jameson, I know you're at least 6 feet.
This poem is called Magic. I write love poems in safety of my room. Avoid letting my blueberry touch me. I write underneath the room because I know what's outside, but in the darkness I let this flower bloom. Because my garden in the sun been trampled on by anyone who walks by. So here alone I imagine what true love is like. And I pretend, as my obituary collection grows, tapped to the wall, smiles I'll never see again. I imagine a wedding in the fall, because gossip killed my friends, and so did alcohol. But if I never fall in love, I can keep hoping under the moonlight for more than the poisons that keep my people in thrall. Thank you.
Yeah, they're getting down to about 30-second moments. All right, Miss Yazzie, we're requiring at least a 3-minute maybe. Let's give Nick Hanoa Yazzie and Nick Collins a round of applause.
This is a poem called Cedar. And if you don't know what cedar is a traditional medicine. Shema is smart. The fire speaks of an unbalanced force. Shema hears him and takes out a beautiful bag. She tells me to feed the fire. I give him my last piece of bread and watch. Shema is holy as she identifies herself to the deities. Shema opens the bag, reaches in and sprinkles. She lays the green herbs burning on the rustic stove. I feel the center of my home begin to glow and warm. Shema is praying. I pray with her. Shema hears me and speaks in Nebuchadnezzar. She says to repeat after her, and I try my very best. Shema is fast talking, but the words I hear. Shema breathes. Brings her hands forward, brings her hands towards her. She is blessing her family, her home, her people. I am her blessing. Shema tells me with her embrace. Shema feels a good medicine. I am blessed with her medicine.
terima kasih. Yeah, thank you.
Alrighty, folks, you guys ready to get ready for those top two? Representing Aani Nakota College, Danielle Plumage. And Jeanette College. Alrighty. Like we did the last few rounds, ladies, we are going to start with Danielle Plumage of Aani Nakota College.
This poem does not title. There are 26 letters in the alphabet, 26 individual meanings for a possibility of 67,108,863 combinations to say anything I possibly want to. For 15 years, I attempted to string these letters into bravery, maybe beauty, but I failed. Instead, the words lined up something like survival, somewhat shameful. They stood on my tongue like a premature otter peering over the edge of my lips into the dark unknown, not yet ready to take such a dark dive. The hesitation of each word on the tip of my tongue, the attempt to form but never coming through, appeared speech impediment. I'm speechless. Millions on millions of possibilities, and I can only tap dance out stutters. Screams muffled by the reality of consequence kept me quiet. I've lived like this since I was 6. How do you tell somebody who jumped from the roof of a building it is honorable? How do you coax somebody to believe that a death march is liberating? Or better, how do you tell somebody a double-edged blade won't cut you and continue in your hands? This is how words ultimately became the most ironic oxymoron in my life. If you condition an individual to understand truth equates to death, the truth will become rare, dangerous, and feared. Fear can wear you down the way rocks don't release you, beaten down by waves. Eventually, fear becomes unavailable. Baby birds look over the nest edge the way Harakiri first appeared over the brim of my lips. This is how I lived in silence, in safety, in survival. But like those baby birds, I took that jump, and yes, I did plummet straight to what appeared to be my certain death. And as I raised my arms to brace myself, the wind of every breath I took lifted me up, and as I opened my eyes, I was blind. They told me I was safer in silence, but it was the winded words that fueled my freedom. Like seeds, I pushed beyond the dirt and broke through the surface. And I've grown like flowers who pushed on in darkness despite not knowing the sky. It took a lot of shame to finally feel some sort of pride. I became an outcast when I betrayed what I was told was right. The truth is, it's comfortable living in a lie, but I'm not. And that's exactly why I don't fit in. I don't fit in, but I'm happier for life.
Well, you know, we're getting serious now. Those folks are getting longer, and she's not even waiting for her introduction. Let's give a round of applause. Coming all the way, about 30 feet away, and Noah Young at the next college.
I am from Pillow, from Bash's water and life-killing shampoo. I am from the dancing red wall valley as the sun moves rocks to rest. Humorous, mellow, the bird echo of beauty the valley holds, where colors share their endowing voices everywhere. I am from red dirt that gets everywhere and marks stains of home from time immemorial. I'm from long drives home, sharing goods and bads, as the bumpy dirt road soothes our tears of both laughter and fears. And strong-minded, the deaf woman with even stronger hearts made to persevere. From the head of the household, Dr. Victoria Yazi, Shema. I'm from the start something, you finish it, and to look around, be aware, listen, hear, above, below, and all around before you say there's nothing there. From go outside and the boogeymen will get you, I'm from the way of life, to be in harmony, balance, to live the Hajon way of life. I'm from the best fair in the Navajo Nation, Tuba City babies roar, the two clans that traveled far away into Cane Valley for protection, stew made with love, and blood drops from slivers when someone isn't a good in-law. From the sister I slept with for 15 years, cried for the first night I stayed in my college dorm. The watering the horses and feeding the animals with my little sisters, racing her home, as Shema calls, is hot and ready, the sweet smell of logs pressed against my face, while I rest my head, and the livelihood of my family, my home dances, as I lay in bed. I am from Pillow, where the memories of home live, and where I go to never forget. Thank you.
It's okay, I'm still here.
Not that late?
I'm not gonna lie, this left knee is clicking. Oh, there's dropped it. You know, it's kind of hard being 22 years old. Okay, folks, you heard your last two there. The judges are going to tally for the next 5 minutes or less. So, let's give a round of applause to all of our folks. We don't have a tie. You guys want to do a drum roll here? Let's do it. Let's do a drum roll. On your AIHEC, last moment of the year, $150. Hey, AIHEC. I would say give her a round. Hey, I know, come up to the stage here. Take photos of her and say, give her one more cheer. And a round.
Am I supposed to say something?
Speech.
Yate, She'e, Deno, Yad, Nishan, Shini, Nishlan, Wabaha, Bashishi, Vedani, Dashache, Kiani, Dashinella. Hello, everyone. My name is Deno Yazi, and this is my first time, ever. It's my first time ever going to AIHEC. I've never been to AIHEC before, and I write, but I never thought it was really good. I just thought it was good enough to submit for assignments. So all of these pieces are just stuff I've written for my professors, and I'm just really grateful that I got to talk about them and to share them with you all, because all of them meant a lot to me, and I wrote a lot of them for my families and about my family and about important times in my life that, you know, I feel like they just helped me become the person that I am and help me go to college. And I'm very grateful to be in a tribal college, especially at Diné College, because I feel like all the values and the purpose of Diné College just makes me want to go to school, makes me want to stay in school, it makes me want to learn more about who I am as a Diné person and as an indigenous person, and how to help my communities and come back to my communities. And I feel like with writing, it's a way just for me, it's just for myself, but also just for myself, it's just for themselves for a lot of people, a lot of ways.
ways that people can express themselves. And I feel like sharing those with community and sharing them with our relatives is important because they realize what we've accomplished and what we go through and ways that we can uplift each other and empower each other. And I'm just so grateful that I got to share these. That means more than any award that I could get. I'm just grateful that you were here to listen and to hear what I had to say and to hear my stories, and that means more to me than any award. And I really wasn't going to do this. Last minute I decided to join, and I'm just thankful for all of you for being here today, and thank you for coming, and thank you for supporting all these wonderful students here. Let's give a round of applause for all of you wonderful poets. Each other. This is a great way for a community to come together and for all of us to heal, especially after the pandemic. So, thank you for all being here and for all of us to release all that we have to talk about. It's a great way of healing and a great way to communicate with one another. And thank you, AIHEC.
Yes, it's me again. But anyway, can we have you come over here and sign for your per cap? And Ms. Danielle Plumage, if we could invite you up here to say a few words as well. And followed by that, we're going to have you sign for your per cap.
Government issue blockers.
They both want tribal IDs. Let's give Danielle Plumage a round of applause.
Thank you all for listening to what I have to say. That's my first time sharing my songs and writing, and I feel like that's mean a lot to me, but also just to be able to share with you. That's what got me to come up here was, obviously it's thinned out a lot, but in the beginning I kept saying if I'm shy and I don't share, I'm taking away from people who might relate to that feeling. And I think essentially that's why I became the AIHEC was connection and, wanting to share that with all of you. So, thank you guys for allowing me the space to.
You guys ready for my poem?
Yes!
Last one.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Anyway, I'd like to give a round of applause to each and every one of you. Go ahead, give yourselves a round of applause for being here.